All right, sis. I see you. Shout out to my sister. Learn to be unbothered. Please subscribe to her new channel. Oh my goodness. I am out and about really early this morning, family. So I just wanted to drop a quick live. And you know, hey young Ryan. Hey boo, how you doing? So I just wanted to drop, like I said, a quick live. I want to talk to y'all because last night I was so tired from and exhausted from work and the kids. I didn't even get a chance to upload the other content that I had prepared. But I see that my subscribers are going up, and I just want to support it who's coming because they want to hear real mamas, even though real mamas can be a bit much at times. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Learn to Be Unbothered. Shout out to Young Reyes. Shout out to excuse me. Shout out to my boo Simple Meals. And any other content creator. If I forgot you that shared me out, I appreciate you. I've also been noticing that ever since I started dropping like shorts and things of that nature, that it's been bringing subscribers to my channel, and they are actually starting to view my content in longer increments. So my new subscribers, I'm going to do a shout out video to you. So I hope that you made your subscription public. That way I can give you credit. You know what I'm saying? And just say thank you for tapping in, because you could be anywhere else, but you choose to be here with your girl and all her craziness. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you. So the title of this live this morning is The Eternal Side Eye. Hey, Tamika. Hold on one second, y'all. Why I don't know why people want to call you when you're on live. But anyway, um, I just like last night I was so exhausted. You know how sometimes you got so much going on that it messes with your sleep, and you like, oh, dear Jesus, I just want to close my eyes just for a second, get some peace, honey. But I've seen a you know what I'm saying? And I also wanted to say shout out rapper TM. He did very positive, very good live, uplifting live. He was very transparent, and he shared. He had a good interview, first of all. Um, that started off the podcast. So if you haven't seen that, then it's on my community wall. Tap in, as he would say, and give him some support. And also leave a comment and subscribe to his channel and everything else. But I was not able to drop down, but I was in the clouds when he did his live, and he did his interview first, and then he turned around and he did basically he told us his story, which is only a piece of who he is, but he told his about his essay trauma, um, which YouTube a lot of times if you say those type of things they'll ban the word, and everybody knows what essay means. So and a lot of men, especially black men, are afraid to be that transparent. They're afraid to speak on those type of topics because a lot of the times in the black community, those topics are still, even in today's society, taboo. And they don't want to speak on that type of thing. And also, a lot of black men feel like it would diminish their manhood in order to speak on any kind of essay that they received, or childhood trauma that they received. So they will not speak out about it in fear of judgments from other black men, and also in fear of judgment from society as a whole. It's just something that we as a community have to work on. We have to be able to support these men, and especially when they're actually being transparent and showing their feelings. And hey, naturally too, how you doing? Um, Especially when they're being transparent and they're showing you their feelings, and they're showing you the reason why they are the way they are. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give a special shout out to him for being that brave, and actually stepping out, despite of, what kind of backlash or judgment he might get for doing that. Um, but besides that, that was a very good positive piece of my night. But I noticed that across other sectors of YouTube, and even across those that I frequent, there was a lot of back and forth going along, a lot of things. And when I see when I it's like when you're behind the scenes and you work for different content creators, you know more of a story than what's being portrayed and what's being put out for everyone to see. Be that as it may, I give people that behave in that way the eternal side eye. Let me just bring that on back. If I see you doing some suspect things on your community wall, if I see you not handling your business, behind the scenes first before you bring it to the tube, eternal side eye. Side eye, period. I was seeing a lot of that fuckery last night. I don't care to see it come across my timeline. One thing for sure, when people, and this is to all content creators that I deal with on a daily, I don't care who you are. That's everybody. If you want some mess and you trying to get at whoever you trying to get at, don't tag me ish. And let me repeat that for all the slow bus people in the back. Don't tag me in ish, because if you send for me, I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna come. And when I lay down that truth, it ain't gonna be nothing nice. And you the one gonna look like you got egg on your face, not the other way around. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? If you have a dispute with another content creator, make sure it's between you and that content creator. Y'all handle it however y'all gonna handle that. But do not drag or bring other people into the mess. Because if you bring me into it, you're gonna have real mamas, real problems for sure. So it's like a boundary that needs to be set, that you have to set for yourself when you're a content creator on here. And a lot of the times when you are speaking and you're doing business with people outside of YouTube, because I had this conversation yesterday, so it must have been in the air, y'all. It must have been in the air. I had this conversation yesterday. You have to lay down your boundaries. You have to understand that YouTube is a business for some people. And that when you are doing projects, because there's a lot of people that I do paid projects for, and then there are projects that are for free. I always set what I call set the expectations. So that way they know right off the bat, this is what I can do. This is when I can get to it. Please be patient, especially when I'm doing it for free. You know what I'm saying? Please be patient, because my paid work that pays my bills, that pays my college tuition, you know what I'm saying, that pay my mortgage, that pay my car note, that comes first. My contractual obligations to other people that are paying customers comes first. So if I'm doing a collab with you, any type of collab, and it's not a paid collab, anything that I have that's contractual, anything that I have is money related is going to come first. Okay? Now, be that as it may, it's the responsibility of me who agreed to do the project to set like those expectations, to tell you, hey, this is what's going to happen. If I can't get to it, I release that person. You know what I'm saying? Or I say, hey, I got so much on my plate. I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to give you a project of what we're working on the attention and detail that it deserves. I don't want you wasting your time or waiting around for me to complete or do whatever it needs to be done. If you want to go ahead and, work with someone else on the project, you can. If you want to wait for me, that's fine too. But I'm just letting you know, like, that communication needs to happen, period. Even if you're just taking 5 minutes, even if it's just a text, a quick 1 minute text, a quick 1 minute phone call, then yeah, it just needs to happen. And that's how I always do. That's how I conduct myself. And whoever I work with, I expect them to conduct the same. But you have to remember that if someone is not giving you the same energy they are giving you, you need to back down and find something else to do. I mean, I don't know how to be even any more explicit or be any more transparent than that. Because if I'm reaching out to somebody, if I text them and say, hey, we're gonna do this, and I text them and I say, hey, we're gonna do that, I don't get no response, then guess what? 3 strikes you out. You gotta set a limitation on both sides. You gotta set a limitation. You gotta be respectful of each other's time, because even though, let's say, you as the customer or whatever, whatnot, or you as the other individual who's collabing with someone else, even if you are that person that, you have that time to devote to doing, let's say, music, doing editing on videos, doing this, that, and the other, you have to be considerate or think about, hey, is that person going to devote the same time and the same energy as I'm devoting to this collab and this project? If my energy, that person's energy and my energy are not matching, then it's time for me to just move on and just chalk it up either as a loss or get back with that person at another time when they are able to give me the time and attention that they said they want to give me, or the time and attention that I deserve. Because if you like me, you got a Hey Simple Mills, you got another job out of YouTube, you got children, you're always on the go, you have other projects, other things you're doing for other people and everything else. You cannot expect people to jump on your dime. You cannot expect people to just jump and do it. When you're ready to do something, they have to be automatically drop whatever they're doing, whether it be feeding their child, you know what I'm saying, cooking dinner and feeding their child, whether it be they're working on a paid project where somebody just chunked up quite a bit of money, and they know that if they don't get this done, they're going to be held liable for the work that they haven't done, and they don't have to pay that money back. You know what I'm saying? You have to take into consideration and look outside what you want. Because when you're collaborating with other people, it's no longer about just what you want. It's about you and that other person collectively. So if you're not on the same page, then guess what? You are always going to be missing the important part of whatever you're reading. You're never going to have the full story if you're not on the full page. So I encourage my fellow content creators, fellow mods, and even subscribers, because I've seen subscribers do collabs and things of that nature as well. I encourage you to, in the beginning of anything that you do, set your expectations. Set them. Let people know what you can do and what you can't do. Be firm and say, hey, if you don't have the time and attention to devote to this project that we're working on, then hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to waste my time, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to waste yours. If you do get into a collab with somebody and y'all decide to start working together, this is why setting the expectations is important. And that person does not meet those expectations that they themselves set, cut your losses, move on, and do what you got to do for the growth of your channel and for yourself. If I sat there and just lingered on basically or waited behind someone else to attain a certain level of success, then I wouldn't be as far as I am right now. Grass don't grow under my feet. Period. If it's something that you want and you feel like you can't do without that content creator or whatever, find another content creator that's similar that may could do that for you and who can actually give you that time and devote whatever needs to be done. Hell, take the initiative and figure out how to do some things on your own. Figure out how to do whatever it is that you want to do. Learn it. So that way you're not at anyone's beck and call. Take your power back. You feel me? If I ask you, if I go out to you, you my fellow content creator, and I see that you did something, it was cool. I mean, I love it. Whether it be like I said, a song, a video, or whatever. And I'm asking you. And then you, as the content creator, don't want to share the information for whatever reason. You give me your ass to kiss. I mean, just being real. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even answering nothing that I answer any of my calls, text back. Then guess what your mama's gonna do? She gonna study your video. She gonna look for apps. She gonna look for anything that she can, free or paid, that's reasonable, that will mimic the same thing that you're doing right now, so that she can get the same effect. You gotta be versatile. You gotta be willing to put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? And learn whatever it is that you need to do, so that you're not so dependent on other people to make moves for you. I don't care how many subscribers they got. Because truth be told, if I name dropped or said who I modded for on the back end, or did work on the back end for, I'm pretty sure my subscriber base right now would be through the roof. It would be up in the thousands. But like I said, I prefer to get it out the mud. I want my growth to be organic. I don't want my growth to be so much based on other people. Because we all know how YouTube and their algorithm are. We all know what they do with certain content. You know what I'm saying? How they push it down, they suppress it, or they don't push it and promote it as much. That's why we as smaller content creators need to promote and help each other. We need to build a community like that together. But we also need to be realistic in our expectations. And I'm seeing a lot of people living in delusion. For real. I'm seeing a lot of people living in a state of delusion, honey. Y'all get it together, people. Get it together, my family. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you succeed in whatever it is you're trying to do. But what I'm not going to do is pump fake with you. What I'm not going to do is lie to you and say, hey, you got this, you got that, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. When I already know that, truth be told, I don't have the time to devote to what you want or what you're needing from me. I would never set anyone up for failure like that. Never. Because I treat people the way I want to be treated. And you got to do that in business. You got to have some type of integrity about you, whether it be in business or in personal life or both. Mine is across the board. If I'm trying to work or collab with you and you are not giving me that same energy, I'm going to move on to the next opportunity. Because at that point in time, I can already tell that I'm not a priority, and neither should you really expect to be, especially when the things that person is doing for you is for free. You feel me? And they have other paid contractual obligations to be done. Now that's not saying that's basically that's not saying that person shouldn't set expectations in the beginning, like they say to you, hey, I'm gonna do that, yada yada yada, we're gonna get this done, yada yada yada. They give you a time frame and then they don't even meet the time frame. You know what I'm saying? But if that happens, you can't take it personal. You can't be in your feelings. You can't be erratic and everything else. When it comes to business like that can grow your platform and that other person's platform, you have to be mindful of yourself, your brand, and how you move. Now, I'm going to tell you, my brand, mine is Real Mama's Real Problems. So if you ever see me come off the bag at anyone, it's because I don't turn left cheek, I don't turn right cheek, I don't turn both cheeks. All the cheeks I got, honey, I don't turn. Okay? That means I've extended you every bit of grace in the world by being silent, by not engaging with you. Even though you coming at me, you coming for my neck. So if you ever see me, like I said, come out the bag, trust and believe. Trust and believe. I came out the bag for a reason. And those who have been subscribed to any of my channels for a long period of time already know. Because they know my heart and they know how I move out here on these YouTube streets. You feel me? So if you ever see me come at someone sideways like that, and it's not even sideways. I don't do sideways. I take it toe to toe. If you bring it to me, I'm gonna bring it back to you. I'm not a silent person. When it comes to speaking up for myself, I've lived that life before where I didn't speak up for myself, and I've had people take advantage of me, and have had people basically waste my time. And I had came to the conclusion that yeah, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not that person anymore. So like I said, I gained wisdom from my mistakes. And I'm asking my family, my YouTube family, my fellow content creators, moderators, and subscribers, I want y'all to be safe when you move out here. I want y'all to, if you're going to collab or do business with anyone, set your expectations first. Set them first. They don't meet them expectations, don't take it personal, move on. Because remember, people like the drama. They like to see two people go back and forth. They like all that mess. They like all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, all money ain't good money. Set your expectation. Because if you come at me with some drama, if you tag me in anything, especially when it don't got anything to do with me, oh, it's going to be a real problem. And you're going to forever get the eternal side eye. Real mama's gone, y'all. Have a good day. Love you, fam.